I was kneeling on a cold porch, asking God if he still knew my name. Phone calls I never got to make, and a brother who never asked about my pain. I drove 3,000 miles to find myself, still carrying what I thought I had to carry. But there was a voice inside so clear and still that said, lay it down, you don't have to hurry. I looked into the eye of every hurricane, and what I found, it wasn't fear, it was grace. What survives a storm? Not the plans, not the perfect life I drew. What survives a storm is the quiet thing in me that still knew I was worth saving, knew I wasn't alone, knew that something greater than the thunder was already carrying me home. What survives the storm is love. What survives the storm is truth. What survives is you. One last time, 10 years and 3/4 a whole life, and he faced it all with grace. And in that kitchen, lost and barely breathing, I knew the choices I had to make. I know the soul that me into very dark chasm, and the only voice that called me forward was grace. What survives the storm? Not the plan, not the life I thought I'd own. What survives the storm is the seed of something real beneath the bone, something holy in the breaking, something ancient in the call, something wiser than the voice that told me I was nothing after all. What survives the storm is love. What survives the storm is truth. What survives is you. Where when you're in the middle and you can't see the shore, when the dust won't settle and you can't take anymore, when the eye of the storm is the only place left, stay there, breathe there, God is there. You are not the broken thing, you are what the breaking made. You are not alone in the deep, you were carried even then. And every pearl you couldn't see was forming underneath the waves. Every name you thought was lost is stitched into your days. Every storm that tried to take you left you with something bright. You don't survive the darkness, baby, you become the light. What survives the storm? You do broken, open, wide, and whole. What survives the storm is the fire at the center of your soul. Every scar becomes a doorway, every loss becomes a key. What survives the storm is everything you were always meant to be. What survives the storm is love. What survives the storm? What survives is you. Let it go. Let something greater take the rest. You made it through.